Wait, can I see what I look like really quick?
It's coming on now. What is up, guys? Bang, bang. Polina and I are here. We're live streaming. We're going to watch this entire SpaceX stream. It's going to be a blast. And the best part about all of this is we're going to watch history for 2 hours, two and a half hours, 3 hours, something like that.
But what if they don't launch again?
They're going to launch. I just got a feeling that we're going to get the launch, mainly because you already messed up one time because of the weather. Nah, we're going to get the launch today. So before I forget, I've been told, like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you guys get notifications when we do this again in the future. We have all of the essentials. We are prepared to be here for hours.
Are we?
Bud Lights, water for the common man, Domino's Pizza, fuel for the common man. We're ready to go. I think that that's it. Polina has brought facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
So are we just going to be that little corner on the page?
I think so.
Cool.
Do you want to read some of your fun facts first?
Right now?
Before we listen to what this guy is doing on the video?
Sure. Okay. Well, oh wait. Did you know that once you're selected by NASA, you're not automatically an astronaut?
Why?
Because you have to go through basic training, and even then you're considered an astronaut candidate.
Oh, so you basically you're like an astronaut in training, but you don't actually get the astronaut name until you end up passing training.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Really?
I mean, I feel like that's like with everything, right? Like in the military, you're technically in training until you pass basic training. Then you're a soldier.
Got it.
All right, what's the next one?
So the next one is, did you read the book by Scott Kelly called Endurance?
I don't read. I just listen to books.
Okay. Did you listen to that one?
I did not.
Okay. Well, it's really interesting. And he spends
It's pulling you down to the earth.
I'm glad it is.
It'd be kind of cool to float around a little bit. Right? You weren't ready for me to know that. That was a little science fact. I read the internet.
But I feel like I don't trust that you actually know that.
All right. Leave your questions in the comments, by the way. We'll do our best to answer as much as we can. What are they saying? What's lagging? Who said it's lagging?
Someone. Topper Rob said it's lagging.
Topper Rob. We're not lagging. You're lagging.
Oh, buffering hard today. Oh, no.
Oh,
guys.
buffering hard. All right. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can pull this move. Let's see if we can pull that move right there. Let us know if that that fixes it a little bit.
Let's see.
Well, it's because we're streaming.
Well, you're streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Hold on.
Are we back?
The guy talking looks like Pomp. No, he doesn't. Come on, don't shame me like that. Yeah, it says type in there and tell them that we're working on it. We'll see. Joe, you want to put the volume on? Guys that don't know, Joe works with Polina and I.
And what you want for that is a 100% reusable rocket. Now, Falcon is only partially reusable, but Starship is going to be 100% reusable. And we've actually already started working with NASA on using Starship to send astronauts to the surface of the moon for the first time since 1972. Not only that, Starship will be refuelable on orbit. And the combination of those two things will let us send people basically anywhere in the solar system with more payload for less money than I think people have really been contemplating. I think for the first time, we can seriously talk about things like lunar bases, or what SpaceX cares about most, a self-sustaining civilization on Mars.
Right. So what you're saying is I will have an opportunity soon to get on board one of those spaceships.
I very much hope so. Yeah.
So speaking of reusability and landing, I know you mentioned Starship will be refuelable in orbit, but Falcon does come back and land back on Earth. What are the challenges with actually landing on the moon and landing on a planet like Mars?
Yeah, well, you can't land like a plane, because the moon and Mars either have no atmosphere or have a very thin atmosphere, and even if you could, there's no runway that someone's built for you. So that's one of the reasons that we do propulsive landing on Falcon, because we want to figure out how to do propulsive landing. That fundamental architecture works
Joe, you wanna,
on basically any
mute it
planet.
for a second?
If you have no atmosphere like the moon, you do.
He just cracked open a beer. You
I
look
just want to cheers. Hold on.
You look like you're about to go be a truck driver.
I want to cheers everyone. Bud Light, water for the common man. I hope all of you are having a great Saturday, preparing to watch some history.
Okay.
Go ahead with your fun facts.
They're so fun. Okay, so a successful flight would resurrect the US's ability to launch people into space, and it would also mark SpaceX's first mission with passengers in the company's 18-year history. We also, the US has not launched humans since 2011. We've been using Russia and like Kazakhstan.
But we're going to save money. And look, the most important thing that we're doing right now is we're bringing all of space flight back to America.
Okay.
Human space flight. And SpaceX's whole thing, Elon Musk's whole strategy, his whole plan was, if you can drastically reduce the cost of launching a rocket, you can then go more frequently, and therefore you can push the pace of innovation in space exploration.
Okay.
He has dropped the cost significantly. He is the lowest cost provider when it comes to rocket launches. He did it by literally figuring out how to launch a rocket and re-land it on a drone ship in the ocean.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nuts. It's nuts. And now he's about to launch two guys who, as you can see in the video, are strapped in, ready to rock and roll. They got about an hour and 30 minutes to go before they get launched into space.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Wake up, people. This is
are
awesome.
They sleeping?
Maybe they're resting a little bit. They got a long trip ahead of them.
They got 2 days.
They got 2 days of travel to go. So we'll see.
Okay.
What other fun facts do you have? Leave comments. Leave us some questions. I want to talk about shit today. Yeah, that's right. Polina is what you call fine.
Okay. As I stuff pizza in my face. So a seat on SpaceX's Crew Dragon is projected to cost $55 million, whereas a seat on the Russian, what is it called? The Soyuz, which carries only 3 people. The Crew Dragon can seat 7, and the Crew Dragon costs $55 million for a seat. Soyuz costs more than $90 million.
Yeah, so it's the lowest cost provider, right? By the way, I just wrote in the comments there, I'm just as nervous as anybody else. Like, this has to go well. And obviously, let's get it out of the way and talk about it. What happened yesterday. I don't know all of the details.
What happened yesterday?
Yesterday, they basically went to go and they were testing a different rocket, so something else, and it exploded. And so SpaceX, like, look, just as a reminder, like, there's danger with all of this, right? And so these two guys are sitting here, and literally, not to be the Debbie Downer of the moment, but these two guys are sitting here, and if something goes wrong, there's a very high probability they die.
I know. That's what I'm terrified
and it's an hour and a half away, right? So, like, it's got to be scary as shit sitting in there. What?
I want to say hi to David Boyd from Atlanta. I'm also from Atlanta.
Ah, nice. I see people who watch Lunch Money too. For those that keep asking, what am I eating and drinking? Bud Light, of course. A little Domino's pizza. Just having me a day today. If we are going to if we're going to space, let's rock and roll. I see everyone asking if we can make the video bigger. I have no clue how we make the videos bigger. I think I'm making a mistake somewhere because I pretty much have made it as big as I possibly can here, and I don't think that that's really helping anything. So deal with it. You'll be all right. Life goes on.
Wait,
nobody's happy, but it's fine. Polina the Beautiful, of course. Pomp, I love Bitcoin. What do you think about Ethereum and Chainlink? Doesn't matter what I think. Just look at what's in my portfolio. Yeah, we got the astronaut with the dogs going. It's pretty cool. A woman first on Mars would be awesome. I would be a huge fan of that idea.
Just won't send me to Mars.
No, I'd go with you.
Launch me into space.
Yeah. But I just think that it'd be fucking awesome to have a woman go first. If I break up with Polina Can you marry her? Sure. But just to break your heart, if anyone's breaking up with anybody, Polina be breaking up with me. So
Okay.
have I seen the rocket launch scene in Billions? If it's from this season, no. Here's a dirty secret. I don't watch episodes until the whole season's out, and then I just binge watch the whole thing. So I've seen every single episode up until this latest season, but I haven't started seeing this yet. People want me to send you to Mars. Ooh, launch money. Not lunch money, launch money. Okay. Somebody, a little branding genius down there in the comments.
Do you want to hear another fun fact?
Huh.
Okay. So hold on a second. Where was it?
While you're looking for that, what's my favorite Drake album? Drake's cool, but I got to say, I'm a huge Jay-Z and Lil Wayne fan. Jay-Z was awesome. Still is to this day. And Polina and I actually went for, I think her birthday one year. We went to the Jay-Z Beyonce, what was it, Run the World tour?
Yeah. So good,
in New Jersey. It was really good. They were really, really good in concert together. And then Lil Wayne, I think I told the story before, but Lil Wayne Carter 2 album was the first time I ever skipped school. And I literally got to school that morning, left with my friend, went and bought the Carter 2, and then we went back to school in the parking lot, and we just blasted it in the car for hours on repeat until we memorized all the words. And our friends kept coming out in between classes, being like, y'all gonna come to class? And we're like, nope. So he'll never, fireman. Go ahead. That's what they're saying in the comments. That's what
somebody
it is.
thought I was your sister. He wishes I was.
She annoys me like
cool
it.
Sister.
What's our next fun fact?
Wait, what is this here? Why is it like that?
Neil Young, what up? What's going on with the next fun fact?
Okay, so before these astronauts launch into space, the reason I brought up the Scott Kelly book is because in it, he talks about all these weird rituals they have before they go to space,
All right.
like for good luck, and they're really weird. So
Like what?
So one involves having their entire bodies wiped down with alcohol wipes. I feel like that's less a ritual and more like a sanitary thing. But the second one is really weird. It involves peeing on the right rear tire of the bus transporting space travelers to the launch pad.
What?
Literally, for good luck, they pee on the right back tire.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do. When you get launched in space, I ain't dying. Tell me where to pee. Let's go.
For real.
Huh?
For real. I ain't taking no chances.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Happens. Just turning off people don't like what some of the people are saying.
Why?
In the comments. That's fine.
I like it.
So here's my favorite part about SpaceX is the audacity of what they're trying to accomplish. And part of what I think is so interesting is that this isn't just about how do we go from very expensive rocket launches to now let's land on Mars. There's a number of steps that are involved between where we are today and getting there. And so things like this, to launch the first humans from the US in almost a decade up to the International Space Station, super cool. Once they're launched up there, the Dragon, I think is the Crew Dragon capsule, is actually going to autonomously connect to the International Space Station. So what I was reading about that I thought was just absolutely nuts is that both the International Space Station and the Crew Dragon capsule will be going tens of thousands of miles an hour at the same time, and they're going to connect at the same time, right? So that they can actually get on board the ISS, which is nuts. And then when they're done, so 30 to 120 days later is what the mission sounds like it's going to last for. Once they're done, they're going to get back in. They're going to come back, get through the atmosphere, and they will land in the ocean and be recovered in the ocean.
Oh my God.
So this entire thing is pretty nuts that we're watching all this. What?
So I also read that even Tom Cruise intends to fly aboard Crew Dragon so he can film that new action movie on the space station. I told you Tom Cruise is going to space. I told you.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He ain't going.
He's going.
No, he's not. They don't just let anybody go.
It's Tom Cruise.
No way. Joe, you want to turn the volume back on real quick? We got Bill Nye, the science guy, probably saying some crazy shit.
This is how we know the cosmos and our place within it. So congratulations, SpaceX. Here's wishing your team, and the crew especially, a safe journey and the joy of discovery. Let's go.
So great to hear from William Shatner and Bill Nye, two very recognizable faces following along on the mission.
Yeah.
And we want to go over to Dan and Jesse in Hawthorne, where we are now just 1 hour and 18 minutes from launch. Dan, Jesse?
Woo! 1 hour, 18 minutes, baby.
Hey, thanks, Murray. Yeah, 1 hour, 18 minutes. I think we're tying ourselves in knots, just like Captain Kirk. We're really hoping the weather cooperates. In about 20 minutes or so, we might clear. So we're getting hopeful. We're getting our hopes up.
Yes. Very excited. Again, we're T-minus 1 hour and 18 minutes from launch, and the anticipation is real over here. Since arriving at the spacecraft, Bob and Doug were helped by our closeout engineers to get into their seats, attach their suits to.
By the way, guys, Joe is a wizard for figuring all this out, because I don't know how any of this stuff works. All I know is I press some buttons, and next thing I know, I can talk to you guys.
So what do you think? Like, these guys said goodbye to their families last time, and then they were like, just kidding, we're back.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you expect them to do?
All right, let's talk about Bob and Doug, who are the two astronauts who are getting launched.
All right.
They have both. So Gwen Shotwell, who's the president of SpaceX, described both of them as badass dads, pilots, and astronauts. That's an awesome description.
I mean, is being a dad or an astronaut cooler, you think, for them? Probably being a dad, right? They're probably like, whatever. Who cares that I'm an astronaut?
They brought a human into this. Well, they didn't, but whatever.
Yeah. But what I do think is really interesting is that you have these two guys who have gone through all this, but they're much older. Like, most people, I think, would believe that these two guys are in their 30s. I think one of them is late 40s and the other is early 50s.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being 50 something years old and getting launched into space. That dude's just lived a cool ass life.
So they both graduated from the same astronaut candidate class in 2000, and they're both married to astronauts.
So the two astronauts getting launched are also married to astronauts. So if they go on a double date, there's 4 astronauts sitting at a table.
Yeah.
How many astronauts are there in the United States? Google it real quick. Let's see how many. Leave it in the comments. How many astronauts do you think are in the United States? Let's see. Ooh, favorite people and things in the world. Elon, Bitcoin, and Pomp. Ooh, that's a fire lineup.
Oh.
MJ, I see you.
As of May 2020.
No. Don't. Let's see what they say. Let's see what I want to see. Guesses. I want to see what people think.
They can just Google it.
Is the number? They're not going to. People are honest. 24. Wrong.
You don't gotta be so mean about it. 14.
14. Wrong. 20. Wrong.
And also, you get extra points if you can guess men versus women. How many?
Let's see. 10. Wrong. 17. Wrong. 0. Close. 26. 0. 16. 247. Ooh, Jorge and Daniel. You guys are close. There's 48. There are 48 active astronauts, 16 women and 32 men, or 33% female, 66% male. Crypto world. I know that Polina is sexy. I don't need you guys telling me that in the comments all the time. I know that.
Okay. Wait, what was I going to say?
How many astronauts? 48.
How many? Okay.
2,500. Man, you guys think we're going to space all the time with 2,500 astronauts. Only 48.
Wait, let's see something.
Aaron, we have character. We ain't Googling. That's right. See, I told you.
Dang, there's a lot. Okay, hold on.
16 and 32. That's right. 48 people. What are you looking at? Astronauts who are born in 46 states.
Wait a second.
Have flown.
There are 1, 2, 3. There's 4 states that no astronauts have yet flown in space who were born in these 4 states.
Alaska, Nevada, Vermont, or Wyoming.
They have never had an astronaut born there to go.
Yeah, but I feel like Wyoming and Alaska have much lower populations.
Okay, but what about like Nevada and Vermont?
Vermont doesn't have a very high population either, and Nevada I actually don't know if it's high or not. So it would make sense from a probability standpoint that, I mean, think about it. If you live in Alaska, what do you know about space?
Even Idaho has somebody.
if you live in Alaska, it's so clear at night. You can see space. You don't need to go up there. You can just see it already. You just look up in the sky at night. You see all the stars, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how it works?
No.
So
Somebody
NASA
loves you.
estimated there's a 1 in 276 chance the flight could be fatal and a 1 in 60 chance that some people would cause the mission to fail but not kill the crew. I don't know if that's real. That's what Jonathan in the comments just said. But those sound like pretty realistic odds, right? I don't think it's 1 in a million type thing, but I definitely don't think it's 50% either.
Did you ever want to be an astronaut when you were?
Nah, I'm cool.
What'd you want to be?
I was chilling. I wasn't trying to go to space.
What did you want to be when you were little?
What did I want to be?
Yeah.
I wanted to be alive. Like, I was so worried. I literally thought for the longest time I was going to die before the age of 30. I was just like, let me just make it.
Do you know what I wanted to be?
What?
A garbage truck driver.
Why?
I just loved it.
Well, you ended up picking up some trash along the way. Just saying. The launch is at 3:22 p.m. Eastern as of right now.
Okay, so my friend Kara from Florida says, reporting live, if the weather continues to be clear from my house to the launch, we will be able to see some of the path once it launches. Live update on the ground.
Guys, our friends are texting us because they want us to talk about them on the stream. I'm not doing it. I'm not falling victim to this clout chasing. Kara Robbins, though, that's who did it. Robins. She's single. Anyone wants to go hit her up. Now she's going to kill me. That's fine. Brad, he lives in Alaska, and during the summertime, it don't really get dark here. 24/7 light. Woo! Yeah, see, like I'm telling you, in other places, Polina is not from Russia. She's Bulgarian. How about sending Trump to Mars? Trump wants to send the media to space, is what he said the other day, joking around. But there's a lot of people who probably want to send Trump to Mars. When I grow up, I want to be Pomp. Me too, Patrick. Me too. Don't worry.
Wait, do you want more fun facts?
What?
Sorry.
They like that. I said you picked up some trash along the way. What's some more fun facts?
Well, there was one. So I can't remember. I think it was Bob, but one of the guys, I mean, they're both like pilots that are really good.
Yeah.
Really good pilots. And they went somewhere and this one man was explaining to him the basics of being a pilot and whatever. And they were just cracking up because they're like, dude, little do you know, I literally go to space for this shit.
Really?
Yeah. He was like mansplaining being a pilot to like one of the best pilots.
Listen, mansplaining, everyone knock it off. Knock it off. Hard-hitting journalism going on in the comments. Imagine you have to poop in that ship. Where do you poop? Listen.
I'm sure they have diapers. 2 days? Are you kidding?
Huh?
2 days?
You think that they're wearing diapers?
Of course. How else are they gonna?
No, they're not wearing diapers.
How else are they gonna do it?
There's no gravity to pull the poop out of them.
Oh, that's another fun fact. That's not that fun.
What?
The gravity. I told you that last week. You just stole it from me.
Where do they poop or pee?
I don't know.
Well, Google it. We have a supercomputer right here next to us. You at your fingertips, you can go to a website and ask it anything in the world, and it will tell you. Where do astronauts poop? Where do astronauts poop? 322 is the launch. Bitcoin's going to the moon, going to Mars. Let's rock and roll.
Here.
Elon's not watching.
Do you really want to say this?
Today, astronauts at the International Space Station poop into a little plate-sized toilet hole, and a fan vacuum sucks their excrement away. A separate funnel equipped with a fan suctions their pee away. So basically, they're just pooping into fans, I guess, like vacuums. It's kind of weird. It's all right. Happens.
Okay. Well,
wait, hold on. Before I forget. Comment, go like the video so we can get more people to watch it. I think if we get to 1,000 likes on the video, it'll hit the front page of YouTube again, which is pretty cool. And then also make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Also last time during the last unsuccessful launch, as I was watching this, they had this astronaut and he was saying how when he went to space, there were all these hoses out of like his head and everywhere. And like this Dragon capsule is so sleek and it just, you kind of like buckle in and there's no hoses. It's just a very clean experience.
You want to know what's the saddest part about all this?
What?
Somebody just said, according to the 2018 government pay scale, an astronaut earns between $63,000 and $98,000 per year. Can we get the astronauts paid?
Get money, get paid.
Get money, get paid. Can we get astronauts paid more? Like the dudes are sitting in there locked and loaded. They're now an hour and 15 minutes away from either making history or something bad happening.
How much would you pay an astronaut?
Honestly, we should pay $1 million a year. Why?
I would
because
say
our,
$5 million.
Because the smartest people in the world would go try to do it. You know who else we should pay $1 million a year? We should have a competition. We should pay teachers. Let's call it $1 million a year. But every year, the bottom 20 to 30% of teachers, based on their students' performance, get fired.
What?
If you're not a top performer, you don't get to keep teaching.
Doesn't that incentivize cheating? If you remember the Atlanta cheating scandal?
No.
Why?
Because you can prevent the cheating.
How?
Of course. Wait, hold on. We got to go back. Somebody said, do they collect the poop until the mission is over, then get rid of it? Or do they send the poop to space? My guess is that they hold it. They're going to hold it. They're going to hold it.
They're going to hold it.
Yeah. You can't just have poop flying around in space, right? Okay, we're Googling. Hold on. Important things here. Important things. Space shuttle waste collection system. Liquid waste is vented to space. They put the pee into space. Are you kidding me? Go back up.
He is screaming.
Go back up. They're taking the astronauts' pee and just throwing it around in space. An earlier complete, oh my God, a space toilet or a zero gravity toilet is a toilet that can be used in a weightless environment. In the absence of weight, the collection and retention of liquid and solid waste is directed by use of airflow. Duh, science. Since the air used to direct the waste is returned to the cabin, it is filtered beforehand to control odor and cleanse bacteria. In older systems, wastewater is vented into space and any solids are compressed and stored for removal upon landing. That is so discriminatory. Why would you throw the pee in space but keep the poop?
Because you can filter the pee.
No, we're just throwing the pee into the air.
Well,
people are saying planes put pee into the air? No way.
There's no air.
Do commercial planes, where does the pee in commercial airplane toilets go?
Why are we doing this right now?
I can't wait to see what ads you get targeted with after all this.
Does not make.
If the aircraft lavatory, click on it. If aircraft lavatory, hold on. We're doing hard hit on research here for you guys. No, go up to the top so I can just. Is a small room on an aircraft with a toilet and a sink. All right. Hold on. They vary considerably. Types on modern aircraft are very expensive and include features that have required substantial upfront and long-term investment. Plana just scrolls. I'm trying to read and she's just scrolling away. She didn't care about me. Each aircraft equipped with a bathroom or lavatory needs to discharge its waste somehow. Duh, Wikipedia. After an inbound aircraft arrives, it is the duty of the lav agent to flush the lavatory system. In places where fewer or smaller aircraft are being serviced, a lav cart, essentially a small lav truck pulled behind a tug, is used to service the lavatories. At airports with higher volumes of passenger traffic, lavatory agents usually use trucks adapted with large tanks on board that do not need to be emptied as often colloquially called honey wagons. These trucks are equipped for access to the waste ports of the aircraft, which can be out of reach by any other means.
Can you stop yelling in my ear?
So we figured it out.
Okay, let's ask what other questions.
No, this is important stuff here. This is what people don't get in their mainstream media.
Are you excited? Wait, listen.
Oh, Joe, let's put the volume up.
Just the sensations, the rumbling, the shaking, the acceleration. My name is Doug Hurley, and I'm the spacecraft commander for the Demo 2 mission to the International Space Station.
Let's go, Doug.
Doug Hurley, OG, spacecraft commander.
This will be the first time the Dragon had a crew on board, and so there's a myriad of objectives we want to achieve for this mission. What would work on orbit, what might not work on orbit, what would definitely work. To be able to just have the entire integrated team that's going to support us getting to and from space station, it was really neat being part of it. You know, we are the lucky ones that get to fly it, but we certainly not for 1 second take for granted the amount of effort that so many other people had to put into this to make it successful.
For Doug personally, he's worked so hard, I mean, through his entire life, to get to where we are right now. As a test pilot, this would be the dream to fly a new vehicle. So it makes me so happy to see that he gets to be part of this mission, the spacecraft commander. I'm just glad to see his hard work. And
Ooh, they flex it for the gram right there. They flex it for Instagram.
It's been a long road in a lot of ways for not only us, but certainly for all the folks that work in the Commercial Crew Program, as well as SpaceX in our case, just working to get to this point.
And we're a little over 1 hour, 3.5 minutes away from launch. Now let's learn a little bit more about the man sitting next to Doug Hurley inside Dragon, NASA astronaut Bob Behnken.
Bobby,
my
let's
career
go.
at NASA has kind of spanned a couple of decades at this point. I arrived with the class of 2000, went through the training program, primarily focused on the Space Shuttle and the International Space Station, learning those systems. Having launched a couple times on vehicles, you know, the second time was definitely different than the first time. You can feel a little bit guilty of, hey, should I study one more thing, or is there one more piece of information I should get? Am I really prepared or not? So that's definitely different between where I was on my first flight and where I'm at right now.
For me personally, as a spouse, watching everything that Bob has put into this over the last 5 years, the dedication that he's shown, the perseverance is pretty special. For both of us, though, the way our minds work, it won't be until sort of the mission is complete that you have really a chance to savor it and celebrate it. This is a huge accomplishment for an Air Force flight test engineer to be part of the demonstration mission of a brand new vehicle. It's going to be amazing.
Without a partner that has that same appreciation, I think it can be challenging for some folks. There's a lot of work and a lot of time that takes away from family that that my spouse appreciates, and I love her for that. On a deeply personal level, I'm really excited that my son is get a chance to see me launch into space. Being an astronaut has been a little bit of an abstraction thing for him because he's seen me do it in old videos, but he hasn't seen me do it for real. And so I'm excited for him to see this launch. Really, my role on the Demo 2 mission is to make sure that we get this vehicle tested and evaluated so that we can move on to more operational missions at the International Space Station. We've got a lot of objectives on board the vehicle that we need to accomplish to really make sure that it's good to go. We'll make sure all those systems are working during the test flight so that the future missions will have them available even if they don't plan to utilize them. Through years of the NASA team, helping to share that experience and teaching them the lessons that we've learned by going through this. Now there's another capability in the U.S. besides NASA to operate something of this magnitude. I want to thank the entire Commercial Crew Program team that's worked together to get to this point where we've got vehicles in the launch pad ready to head to the International Space Station.
If we look even further into the not-so-distant future, flying on a mission to space will be an option for more people as SpaceX plans.
If you just watch that and you're not hype, you suck as a human.
Wait, are we frozen?
Like, are we ready to roll or not?
I think we might be frozen.
Right? We're not frozen. Don't worry.
Sure?
Yeah, you just look funny. That's all. Look, at the end of the day, this is awesome. We're about to launch these two guys into space. They've been working towards this for most of their lives. I think both of them have been to space before, but this is incredible. Like, we are going to take a rocket. We're going to launch humans to space. We're going to land the rocket back on Earth on a ship. It's a drone.
I cannot believe we're going like.
Well, it's not like we've never gone before.
I know, but no, it's a weird concept. They're going to be just floating through space with no gravity.
Well, they're not going to be floating through space. They're going to be inside of the International Space Station.
I know, but they're still going to be floating.
Yeah, well, because there's no gravity. It's just science. Like, that's what makes this so cool. Is it's just science. All right, we've got more facts for you. Did we end up finding it out? We've already explained that astronauts, their poop is saved till they land, but the pee just gets thrown out there. It's kind of weird if you think about it. Like there's just pee floating around in space.
All right.
A little weird. All right. Of the 566 people that have ever been to space, 3 people completed a suborbital flight. 562 people
Where'd you see the 3?
reached Earth orbit, and 24 traveled beyond low Earth orbit, and 12 have walked on the moon. Space travelers have spent over 29,000
person days,
human days, or a cumulative total of over 77 years in space, including over 100 days worth of space walks. We've been doing cool shit for a long time. It's about time we bring the launches back to the U.S.
Okay.
Let's go.
Pomp, how do you think, how many astronauts and ISS are there?
I don't know how many are in the International Space Station, but we're going to find out right now how many are in the International Space Station. As of July 28.
Wait, that's 2017. Currently. How many?
Oh, hold on. Don't want any fake news around here. Hold on.
6.
So as of July 28th, 2017, it says that 227 individuals have made 393 space flights to the ISS, including 6 people currently at the ISS. My guess is that it's 10 or less at any given time because it's space confined. It's like having an apartment. You just can't put 200 people in the apartment unless you're in college and you're trying to party.
In 2019, it said crowded space station. There are 9 people from 4 different space agencies in orbit right now.
Yeah.
Look at them.
This is crazy. This is recorded earlier. They're just getting in. Can we also talk about how dope these space outfits look?
They're pretty dope.
Like, woo, look at these guys. Look at them. Like little like what do they call it?
Like robot. Like no. What are the white people in space?
Stormtroopers. They're little stormtroopers.
Wait, is that what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The white people in the space.
Yeah, stormtroopers.
What's the fuzzy one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The woo-woos? The Wookiees? You know,
go back to the live stream. I don't know what you're talking about. But here's the best part is look at them saying goodbye to their kids.
No, stop it.
That's what they're doing right there.
Wait,
that's their wives and their kids.
They can't touch them.
They can't touch them. They can't do anything. So they're saying goodbye.
Oh my God.
Their sons are hype as hell. Imagine if you go to school and you talk shit to all the other kids. Like, yeah. You think your dad's rich? My dad goes to space, loser. Tell your dad to get a brain. That'd be pretty damn cool. What are people saying? The space program are secret because alien life existence. Look, I don't know if there's aliens for real or not.
Ewoks. Thank you.
Ewoks. Oh, Chewbacca.
No, I was thinking of
Jabberwockies. Yeah, Teletubbies. They do kind of look like Teletubbies too. What I want to know is what do you think that they're talking about when no one's listening? Like, are they like, well, boys, hopefully we survive? Or are they saying other cool shit like, was it Neil Armstrong who hit us with that's one small step for man, but one giant leap for mankind?
Why can't they touch them? Probably because of like
they've probably been germs, and they've probably been disinfected in some form or fashion. I don't know. These guys who were touching them a second ago, they all had all kinds of stuff on. So I feel like there's all kinds of scientific stuff that I don't understand going on. Yeah, like if you look at those space outfits and you don't like them, you just got no taste. You're not fashionable. And that's coming from somebody who's super fashionable like me. I think that they could sell those and people would wear them on the streets of New York.
Yeah, honestly, in coronavirus times, like that's exactly the suit we need.
What if everyone just walked around with either big bubbles or in those Tesla astronaut outfits?
Oh, you can't say swear words.
Oh, there's kids watching. Sorry.
I'll, you owe her a quarter.
25 cents. I'll put it in the bucket. No problem. When am I going to have an astronaut on the podcast? I would love to do that.
He has one. I am.
Yeah, I'm going to send your ass to space. I send you to space.
What?
I forgot. Kids show. Let's see. Let's hope they have a beyond earthly better view tonight. Exactly. I mean, it's got to be pretty cool, right? If you're literally just getting ejected into space, and there's obviously the physical challenges, right, in terms of the G forces against your body and all of that, but like it does have to be pretty cool. to just go up there and kind of look around and realize how big the galaxy is.
Would you be so incredibly proud of your dad if he was like launching into space, or would you be terrified out of your mind, or both?
I think it depends on how old you are. If you're under a certain age, you probably just think it's cool as hell. And like, you're like literally going to school and you're talking trash to your friends being like, my dad goes to space. Your dad has a real job. Like, right. Or like, oh, by the way, if you think that's cool, my mom's an astronaut too. Like literally both my parents are astronauts. Okay. Tell your parents to get a brain.
So if you're the kid of those parents, do you have to be an astronaut, or are you going to be like a journalist or something?
I don't know. It is. No, I don't tell the kids. People are saying to tell their kids to leave the room. Now leave the kids in the room. The kids need to watch this stuff. This, honestly, the most exciting part about this launch to me is the fact that kids are going to see this and be reminded of what's possible. Like, we need kids' creativity, ambition, all of that should be embraced and encouraged, because frankly, adults suck, right? Like we lose sight of what it means to dream about what technology can do, what innovation can do. And so I think things like this is really important for kids to watch, actually, because hopefully what it does is it inspires them to want to go, and whether it's go to space, build things, just generally accomplish things in the world that maybe they previously didn't think was possible, by watching stuff like this.
Also, sitting like that for 2 days, don't you think your legs kind of get numb?
You got to be in shape.
No, but like that doesn't have anything to do with being in shape.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on a plane for 9 hours, my legs, like I got to stretch them out. Like it ain't. Remember when we ran that marathon and I couldn't stretch my legs? I wanted to die.
We ran a marathon one time, and you know what your boy did? I flew on the red eye from Seattle, Washington to Greece. I landed at 2 a.m. I took a nap for about an hour and a half, and I got my ass up and I ran a marathon, the original marathon in Greece.
Yep.
The one that literally from Marathon, Greece to Athens. And I beat Polina by half a second.
No, you didn't. I crossed the finish line before you. Check the stats.
Because your boy was a gentleman, and I stopped running right at this finish line.
That's actually absurd. Remember the last mile I said, do you want to sprint this one? And you said, nope.
I'm not. There ain't no medal. When it takes you however many hours, there ain't no medal at the end. I ain't sprinting. Let's see. Have we pre-ordered a Cybertruck? We have not pre-ordered a Cybertruck, but I would definitely buy one. Those things look awesome. Frankly, growing up, I had an Avalanche. And I'm a big fan of them, so I would I'd be down for that. Show legs, yeah, I'll show you my legs.
No, we're good.
Oh, they don't want to see my legs; they want to see your legs.
No,
I can show my legs. That's fine. I have sweatpants shorts on right now.
Hairy legs.
Super comfortable sweatpants shorts. I know all you guys are sitting at home.
Oh, that's
in your sweatpants. Hopefully, you guys got pants on. Government's bailing out everybody. They're bailing out the local governments. They're bailing out the airlines. Why not NASA? Just give them a couple trillion.
During the last launch, when they interviewed Elon Musk and they asked him like what he thought about this, he said, "This is the culmination of a dream. This is a dream come true. In fact, it feels surreal. If you'd asked me when starting SpaceX if this would happen, I'd be like 1% chance, 0.1% chance." So here it is, from 0.1% chance to reality.
Persistence is a superpower. I mean, you just got to love the fact that that Elon wanted to do this, and he's being successful. Blue Origin versus SpaceX. I'm all in on SpaceX, man. Blue Origin's cool, but SpaceX I think has done a fantastic job. Let's see what else people are saying. I should interview Michael Burry. I would love to interview Michael Burry. I've actually tried to get him to come on the podcast. And so far, I haven't gotten a response back, but I am working on it. Michael Burry is on the short list for people that I would really love to interview, especially now, given all the economic crisis stuff. And the most interesting thing about Michael Burry, he's the guy from The Big Short, is he sent out a tweet one time. He said, during the last crisis, I saw an economic crisis and no one else did. He goes, this time everyone else sees an economic crisis and I don't. So he's actually very anti what everyone else thinks, very contrarian. So I would love to get him on and hear what he has to say. So, but people from Israel. Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat where you're listening from. I'll read some of them out. Let's see if we got some people from cool spots. But there's some people from Israel. I know there's some people from the United States. Where else is everybody tuning in from? Let's see. When will I be back on CNBC? I'm taking a break. I don't need to go on CNBC right now. There are Seattle, Long Island, New York, Austria. Shout out to Austria, Peru, Germany, Colorado. Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. We just want a moon. And big facts.
Ooh,
Anthony
Alaska.
King.
Fun fact, Jack McClure from Alaska. No astronaut has ever been born in. Wait, no.
Netherlands, New Jersey, Belgium, Lithuania, California, Denmark, London, England, Toronto, Poland,
Charlotte.
Victoria, England, Portugal, Lithuania, Charlotte, Finland, Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria. I went there 3 years ago. Lithuania, San Diego, Italy, Orlando, Netherlands, Sudan. What up? Hawaii, Seattle. I love it. I'm not reading anymore. Switzerland. Yeah, I just lied. Roslyn.
Ghana.
South Africa, the Hamptons. Okay, Nick, I see you in the Hamptons, just chilling with all the rich people. Midwest U.S., Denver. I just ignored somebody, I guess.
You ignored me.
Listen, Polina and I have a very nice relationship. Kazakhstan. What up in the great world of Kazakhstan, India, Ghana. Woo-wee. That's right.
Did you just woo-wee?
Woo-wee. You know that song, Papa Molly, I'm Sweating? No? All right. You'll have to Google that one, too.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Uranus. That's what somebody said. That's not a real place. Norway. Well, it is, but it's another planet. LA, Bermuda, Bangkok, Czech Republic, but I'm a U.S. citizen. Narnia. Oh, cool. Somebody came from the fiction world. Grand Rapids, Michigan, Netherlands. Disneyland, Australia. Yeah, Pomp does. I hate that Pomp guy. Pomp sucks. I'm with you. Pomp's I got legs. That's right. Put some respect on Thailand. I see you guys. All right, that's it. That's all I'm saying for now. Look, at the end of the day, I wanted to do this. Bulgaria. Where Tanner? Is that how you say that? Tanar?
I don't know.
All right. Well, if you're from Bulgaria, let us know where from in Bulgaria. I've been to Bulgaria. I speak Bulgarian. You guys ain't ready for that.
Ooh, you want to hit him with some...
Obicham te. Ti si mnogo krasiva. Pole ne me estave na mira. Ooh, that means for all of you people who don't speak Bulgarian, that means Polina won't leave me alone. It's one of 3 sentences I know in Bulgarian. I'm the guy in that SpaceX rocket. Okay, Lucas. I don't think that's you, but that's okay.
Are you just roasting people?
Somebody's tuning in from the street. You guys actually want to know something? This is I've never said this publicly before, but all of my friends know that I believe this. Is I've told people for the longest time that I think a great stand-up routine, like a stand-up comedian routine, would be for me to go to a stand-up comedy show and tell people, all right, here's the deal. Everyone stand up, move over to the left side of the room, get in the line, and just have them walk in front of the stage, and then me just roast the hell out of their outfits. They're like, what are you doing wearing them dad jeans? What did you think when you put those on today?
Tell him it wouldn't be funny. Also, the Bulgarians understood you.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all right. Because I told you I speak Bulgarian.
What else do you know?
Coxie. Right? That's like, what's up?
How do you say grandma?
Isn't that what's up?
It's
Baba is grandma. Yeah. I talked this morning to Polina's 91-year-old grandmother. Great grandmother who thinks that she's turning 100. And I hit her with, I love you. You're beautiful, even for 100. It's fine. I got it. Okay. Now people are writing in Bulgarian. I can't read Bulgarian. I don't know anything. I don't know any Bulgarian.
TC Krasiva.
Right. Oh, TC Krasiva. Well, that says T Krasiva.
Well.
Yeah, they messed up. Hey, Apple Snow. Well, come on, get your Bulgarian right.
Pomp wears dad jeans. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, right. Like, no, but seriously, let's go back to the comedy show for a second.
They just announced launches ago, guys.
Let's go. 42 minutes, baby, till history time. All I'm saying is on the comedy show routine, if people had to get up and you had to walk by and you just roasted the hell out of them,
it's not funny.
It would be hysterical. One.
But you don't have good jokes.
You literally look like you're a prisoner right now.
That's not a good joke.
You look like you literally are sitting in jail. Relax.
Still not a good
Or
joke.
you look like one of those little French painters, right? Oh, why is she laughing? It's not funny, I thought.
A gondola person from Italy. That would be funny.
No, you'd have to be athletic to do that.
Did you see hold on.
Marry her, Pomp. You're losing big chance that your kids also make 100 years. I hear you guys. I'm working on it. Where's the Bud Light? I got the Bud Light. Look, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm actually hungry, but I don't want to ask Polina to grab more pizza for me from over there.
Who's the dude next to Paulina?
Who's the dude? I don't know. That guy sucks, though. I hear you guys. Cincinnati, Ohio. See, that was funnier. Do you see?
That was mine.
No, talking about me. I'm just telling you. Everyone is funny in their head.
Oh wait, they're shutting it.
You can't say everyone is funny in their head and say ha ha if your YouTube name is Dum Dum Dev. Come on, Dum Dum Dev. You can't do that. Let's go. Yes, marry her. She is amazing. I know, John. Relax. He was graduating today. Time for pomp and circumstance. LOL. I love it.
I love you, Pomp.
Yeah.
Love female nature.
Huh? Yeah. See, look, people know, man. They know it would be funny.
Yeah.
Bud Light. We have to take you to Sweden. I went to Amsterdam last year with my brothers.
That's
we
not
went
the
to
same
no, I
as
know, but
Sweden.
we went to what is it? Is it Guinness? No, Heineken. We went to the Heineken tour. That's what it is, Heineken. And it was cool. It was fun. But then afterwards, I went and got a Bud Light. So like, whatever. It's not a thing other than like I really just like Bud Light. Like it's water for the common man.
I do not like Bud Light. I like Heineken.
That's fine. I like Bud Light and I like Domino's Pizza. If you got a problem with that, too bad.
Okay, so what's going on? They shut their masks on.
All right, Joe, let's turn the volume back on. We got 40 minutes left. We're rocking and rolling. Let's see what happens.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Jesse. Happy to be here. Still monitoring the launch here with our recovery and ground operations teams.
Thanks,
awesome. Nick. And Nick was our mission manager for our in-flight abort test earlier this year and now works on the Starlink team. Nick, on Wednesday, you talked about the launch escape system. Could you just give us a brief summary today for those that are joining today?
Sure. So the launch escape system, again, is our ultimate safety feature to keep Bob and Doug safe in the event of a major Falcon anomaly on the pad. The system is designed to automatically fire if either vehicle detects a dangerous condition developing. And if that happens, Dragon will use its 8 Super Draco engines to push the capsule off and away to a safe distance away from this Falcon. This capability is absolutely critical. It's what keeps the crew safe, and we're now active and armed on the pad with it protecting the crew.
And as you mentioned, the launch escape system allows the Dragon to separate and get away from the vehicle. I believe it goes.
See how quick Joe is with the trigger fingers? He's just sitting there waiting, ready to roll. He's really good at video games too. What diet do I do? Well, Polina and I do the same diet, except for I'm a stricter with it. I eat really, really healthy every day except for Saturday. And on Saturdays, I eat Domino's Pizza and I drink Bud Lights. Whatever. I go 1 for 7 or I go 6 for 7 every week. So 6 days out of the week, I actually eat really healthy. Let's see what else. I got to be Italian. Yeah, of course. My name's Anthony Pompliano. What did you think I was? Russian?
Where in Italy are you from?
Huh? Where? My family is from Abruzzo, which is in the central eastern
part. He's trying to cut me out of the frame. He is trying to cut me out of the frame.
You literally turned it that way earlier because you didn't want the laundry room to be in the video. So just so we're clear, that's what she hit me with earlier. But my family's from Abruzzo, which is in like central eastern part of Italy. It's now really well known for wine and baking. Pomp runs relationship game the right way. Take note for that's right. That is right. Do you see how lucky you are to be with me?
So lucky.
Guys, I'm gonna get yelled at for that later. Please don't incite me in the comments.
What's your workout routine?
I work out every day. Big facts right there. I drink a lot of water. I sleep 8 hours every day, and I work out. Polina has convinced me. I used to do a lot of running and like super heavy lifting from playing football. So I just basically do like football workouts. And then Polina was like, hey, maybe you don't need to worry about how much you bench or squat. You should be like fit for life. So we do all kinds of different work. Yeah, we do all kinds of workouts. Sometimes I work out with Polina 3 or 4 times a week.
Do you like doing the abs?
Man, the ab stuff, I don't know. You guys are crazy for that stuff. Like for me, I'm more of a functional guy. I don't care if I got abs or not, whatever.
A functional guy?
Yeah. Like, just can I pick the things up I need to? If somebody tries to beat me up, can I beat their ass? Like that type of stuff.
Stop.
Oh yeah, sorry, kids show. That's what I'm basically trying to do with the workout stuff. Your behavior looks like Adriano Celentano.
Oh God, you're so
I
bad.
can't really see it. I'm getting old. I can't even see.
can't.
Who's this?
Oh.
Ooh, an Italian singer-songwriter. By the
I
way,
feel like that's not a compliment.
I can sing.
No.
I can sing.
No.
Go ahead. Go back to the comments. If you're Italian, you better have a 46 in your house. Super heavy. Pomp is part of the Illuminati. That's not true. Football workouts are a lot of push, no pull. Fact. Brooks knows.
Oh,
See, you know.
Brooks.
That's exactly what it is.
Let me tell Brooks I one time did the hardest workout in New York City. What is it called?
I don't remember what the place is called, but it's basically what we used to do.
Workout.
It's what we used to do for football season during the summer, like the summer workouts where we would have to wake up.
I was pushing, I was pulling, at one point, all I saw was just red. Oh, Tone House. It's called Tone House. All I saw was red. And I was like, I don't think I can go on. And yet,
but you were pushing. She was like pushing sleds and like pulling ropes and doing all kinds of stuff that literally would be a.
And I am not a big person. Like I should not. And it was like, can I tell you, I was tougher than the guys. There's this one guy was like, and he was like dead, and I was like, get up.
Aaron, I saw your comment.
What?
That's not what I meant.
I don't know.
He said, he put in quotes, workout with Polina.
Wait, where are we?
That's not what I meant. We do, Polina has a workout app on her phone. What's it called?
Sweat with
Kayla. And it's this woman who lives in Australia, I think. And they've got a business that does over $100 million a year by people pay $20 a month for this app. And she basically has all these workouts in it. And during quarantine, one day, Polina was like, do you want to do it with me? And I was like, how hard could this be? It's like a girl workout, right? Let's just say that shit was real hard. I was laying on the ground after. I was like, what kind of workout is this? They don't let you breathe or get any water breaks or anything. It was crazy.
They let you get water breaks.
Nah. Yeah, I look like somebody in John Travolta. John Travolta's underrated, very underrated actor, even though he's famous.
Favorite space movies? Apollo.
Martian.
Oh, I like the Martian too.
Martian.
Wait, are there more?
James said he got off zero with Bitcoin. James, congratulations. Good move. Feel like that's a good idea there. One man's dream is what got everyone excited again for space. Facts.
Ab stuff is the most functional. You are right, Ryan. If you don't have a strong core, you can't do much else.
Ryan, this isn't actual ab stuff. This is like all the ab stuff that just tries to get you a six-pack but no strength.
No, that's not true. He's doing it wrong.
If you want functional strength in your core, doing things like planks and hard stuff, right? Oh man, somebody asked, when are we moving to Puerto Rico? Polina and I have been discussing, should we live in New York forever or should we move somewhere else? We're up. Anybody who wants to give us their recruiting pitch, let's hear it. Maybe we move, maybe we stay. Who knows?
I like a good recruiting pitch.
Yeah, you can only ever be as strong as your core. Fact. That is true.
You need to have better
posture. I know that. I just don't like the shit that's just like, oh, let's do crunches or let's do some functional stuff.
That's functional.
If the astronauts yelled bang, bang at ignition, I would lose it. I would literally die laughing. That would be hysterical. Let's see what else. I only own Bitcoin. Well, then you said something else. So you don't only own Bitcoin.
Ooh.
But I hear you, Pedram. Men in Black. Bang, bang.
I have a good podcast recommendation. Check out Johnny Kim. What was the podcast he was on? He was on
Jocko Willnick's podcast.
So Johnny Kim has had 3 different careers in his life: doctor, astronaut, and what's the other one? And he was a SEAL. Like, what? Most people work their whole lives to be one of those. He did all 3.
Brooks, Texas. I'm thinking about it, man. Cayman Islands, I see. Yeah, Puerto Rico. Nah, Minneapolis is probably not going to do the job there, Topher. Good try, though. Yeah, moving to Puerto Rico is super tempting. 0% taxes, obviously. Texas, same thing. No state taxes. Florida, no state taxes. And look, honestly, the reason why we've been thinking about it is just it's sunny. Like if New York all of a sudden Restaurants and bars aren't the same. A lot of our friends are thinking about moving. Like if a lot of that stuff all changes, then New York's really not New York anymore. And so why stay and live in, smaller living spaces, pay a bunch of money, have high cost of living.
Montana.
You can go somewhere else. Man,
he's like a big fan of Montana.
No, not Montana, but Wyoming. I love Wyoming. I love the outdoors. Big outdoors guy right here.
He doesn't even know how to like chase a bear or anything.
Polina's ideas of the outdoors is chasing a bear. That literally gives you everything you need to know. Polina's idea of going outside is chasing bears.
Okay, but like, how would you chase it away? It's good. If there is a bear coming to eat me, how would you chase it away?
Well, rule number 1 is don't get in a situation where the bear is coming to eat you.
It's not my situation. It's the outdoors.
Guys, this is the stuff I got to deal with all the time. You see that?
Don't chase.
I live in North Carolina right now, and I will never move anywhere colder. Tampa, St. Pete is it for me the next year or two. I love it. Canada, nah. Here's the way I think about where to live. There's a lot of places I would live. There's very few places that I would like be dying to go move to. And if you go region by region of the world, you don't chase a bear, LOL, play dead. Exactly. So ridiculous. But I do think that there's a couple of big pieces to this, which is one, Texas and Florida are super interesting, both from there's taxes, it's nice weather. I was actually born in South Florida. A lot of people don't know that. We got a lot of friends that live in Austin and kind of the Texas state. And then Southern California, we got tons of friends who are moving there and also live there. So that's always interesting. In Asia, I've been to Singapore a bunch.
Ooh,
I've been to Tokyo. Singapore would probably be the only place in Asia that I would move right now. But I don't think that we're going to move outside the U.S. And then in Europe, there's a ton of places that we would move to in Europe.
Are there?
Yeah, of course.
I like America, but somebody said that Europe wants me back, so I maybe should consider.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, look, sun exposure is good for your health. I hear you, Andy. I just like outside, and there's something about New York that is very awesome, very engaging. There's literally I could walk outside and go to all these cool places, but at the same time, if it's not going to be the same, if people aren't going to travel here as much, and you can go live other places and do things remotely, I don't know why we wouldn't try to go do that.
Somebody asked for a weather update earlier. We have one.
It's clear. We're rocking and rolling under 30 minutes, baby. Under 30 minutes, and we're gonna rock. Look at that! Look at that rocket just standing there, ready to shoot into the sky.
It looks like a ghost with 2 eyes. You see it?
Kind
yeah,
of.
it does. Yeah,
kind
it does.
of.
And with the little thing.
Texas is super dope. It's very laid back. I like it a lot. Barbecue's great. Tax situation's great. Weather's awesome. Visit Kazakhstan. It's land where first astronaut goes to space in world history. I did not know that, if that's true. I've never been to Kazakhstan. I've been to Kuwait. I've been to Iraq. I've been to a whole bunch of different places. Went to Nigeria. I loved Nigeria. I don't think I would move there, but I absolutely loved Nigeria. I spent a bunch of time. I did not stay in Victoria Island. For those that know Nigeria, that's where most of the Westerners stay. I actually stayed in Lagos in a hotel where there was guards standing outside with AK-47s, which was a little freaky, and spent a bunch of time in Computer Village in Lagos as well. So I really like Nigeria. Paulina's been to a whole bunch of places. Where you've gone to, what, Ireland, right? But we weren't as big of fans of Ireland.
I didn't like it. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
We didn't go together, but we both have gone. Just to clear that up.
Okay, where else?
Iceland.
Ooh, Iceland was cool.
To visit, not to live.
Yeah.
What about Mexico?
We went to Mexico. That was cool.
Would you live there?
I don't like all the touristy places. Like, I would rather go see Mexico for real versus Tulum.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was beautiful.
I've never been to Thailand. We went to where we went that was actually super weird. Was what is the place called? Where the remote thing.
What?
Where did we go to the conference?
Bali?
Bali. We went to Bali. Bali was like a great place for a vacation. Couldn't move there.
So I got really sick one day. They call it Bali belly or something. It was terrible, guys. I can't even, actually not one day. It was 2 or 3 days. And he had the time of his life. We were in this Airbnb and I was like stuck in the bathroom. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to have myself a day. He watched Billions. Like,
I was like, oh, we on vacation and you sick? I'll go get you some Gatorade and I'm going to chill, have a chill day, have a me day.
You got me guava juice.
Yeah, guava juice. That's fine.
Great for if you ever get sick in Bali.
Yeah, it's fine. Sydney, I've never been to Australia. My brother's been, he loved it. I went to India. Actually, one of my favorite places in the world I've ever gone was India. My brother and I did 2 weeks in India in 2016 over Christmas. And we went all through the country. It was fantastic. Again, I don't know if I'd move there to live full time, but it was a lot of fun to go visit. So see that. Thailand, again, I've never been, but we'll see. Poland, yeah, Bali Belly is part of the initiation process. Yeah, she got initiated for sure. So we'll see. Copenhagen, Corona Island.
I like places where you can drink good beer. I like Guinness.
Yeah, I like a great beer like a Bud Light or I like Corona. I like Corona too. But I like Bud Light the most.
Basic.
I'm just a simple dude. Like I don't understand why everyone's got to have all this crazy shit going on. Why? Amsterdam was dope. My brothers and I had a blast in Amsterdam. Well, not for the reasons people probably think, but like Amsterdam was fun. We went to, I'm going to say it wrong, but I think Ajax or Ajax, which is the soccer team there. We went to a game and stuff. It was awesome.
That's not how you say it. Did anybody say Polina has the French mime outfit?
Yes, facts. I already dropped that one on her. Or a prison suit. Ever been to Wisconsin? No, I never been there.
Do you do live talks or public speaking?
Sometimes people convince me to go do that, but I'm chilling now. Listen, this sounds crazy, but Polina and I were talking. I love quarantine. I love just chilling. I'll talk to you guys on the internet when I want to talk to you, but if not, I just shut my computer and no one bothers me. Whatever. Are my brothers into Bitcoin? My brothers were not into Bitcoin for a long time. They frankly thought it was stupid and I was crazy, all this stuff. But now I think every single one of my brothers, I got 4 brothers. I think all of them own Bitcoin now. Some of them own, much more than others, but for sure. So we'll see. Run for president. I'm not running for president. I have zero interest in politics. I literally think that all the politicians are the exact same. They're horrible leaders. And frankly, our country in the United States and other countries around the world are in a lot of trouble because we have bad leadership. So we need to get better leaders in there. But the problem is it's too much of a headache. You can't get things done. And so a lot of people are discouraged from doing it. I'm probably one of them. What?
Your taste in women is better than your taste in beer.
That's fine. Listen, that's fine. But guess what? My simple taste in beer got Polina. So
Pomp,
who's winning now?
No, how old are you?
How old? How old am I?
Your birthday's
31.
coming up.
I'm 31. 31. Polina's like 22.
I wish I was 22.
Exactly. What else? My partner's Czech. We have managers, not leaders. We don't even have managers. We don't have managers and not leaders. We don't even have managers. These people are idiots. If you literally watch, think about this. In the United States right now, we have 2 people who are running for president. The proposed Democratic nominee is like 77 years old, and the proposed Republican nominee is 74 years old. So we got literally people over the age of 70. The average age of death, right? The average longevity in the United States, I think, is 77 years old. We have people who are at the end of their lives. And yeah, maybe they've got experience because they've been around for so long, but they're so out of touch with the younger generations, with the digital world, with people on the ground, et cetera. And so I think that there's all kinds of things that could be done from electing better leaders and incentivizing people who are much better prepared. But it's not just our leaders. I also think from a country perspective, I tweeted it yesterday. Polina and I talk about it all the time. We should implement financial education and leadership training in every single school's curriculum. Right? Whatever, I don't care what school you are, what your deal is, whatever. Every single person that is in the United States should be taught financial education and leadership training. And then that can go out to other people, right? Polina looks like a zebra. She kind of does. That's a good one too.
Wait, somebody said this.
What? Hey, Pomp, where in South Florida are you from? I also have a Russian wife and can relate to you. Keep up the good work.
Not
Bitcoin.
Russian, but close.
Polina's Bulgarian, which is basically like Russian to me because it all sounds the same.
Okay, well, you're Canadian then.
I was born in Hollywood, Florida, which is right outside of Miami, in Florida. So we'll see. Tell Jay Williams to chill. Yo, Jay Will knows no chill. Trust me, that dude is long Bitcoin. As you can see, he's a believer, and he's going to go do whatever he wants. I have 5 brothers, and I could only get Bitcoin across to the youngest one. Yeah, I actually got it across to actually, no, the second oldest, the one right below me, and the second youngest were the first 2 to come across, and then everyone else came across the finish line as well there eventually. How do I see the potential of crypto in Middle East and North Africa? Look, I think that places that don't have very good traditional banking infrastructure are ripe for adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and all of the banking services that come along with it.
Go dogs.
Polina and I talk about it all the time, that the whole idea of basically bringing access to financial services for people around the world is super powerful. And obviously, we think the 2 things are, there's technology that can help do that, and then 2 is education. And so we spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to educate as many people as possible, because at the end of the day, the wealthy in the world understand how money works. They understand how the economy works, and they use it to their advantage. Everybody else, the economy is based on 50% or more of people not understanding how money works. And so if you can get educated, you can then avoid the pitfalls that is structurally there, I think.
Aaron asked, how come I don't have an accent? Actually, I think I do.
Only when you're drunk or mad.
Only when I'm drunk and mad, drunk or mad. But we moved when I was 8 years old, and we moved to Atlanta, Georgia. So I kind of picked up a little bit of a Southern accent, and then it got really confused. So that's probably why I don't have one.
Yeah.
Wait, look at this one.
Can you give a sneak peek on who you got on the upcoming podcast? I got fire coming. Shervin Pishavar. He was an early investor in Uber and a bunch of other companies. And he's also the founder / CEO of Hyperloop. He's very good friends with Elon Musk and Travis Kalanick. And they tell some awesome stories. That's going to come out on Monday. On Tuesday, I have Andrew Wilkinson from Tiny Capital. He's trying to build the Berkshire Hathaway of tech. That one's going to be awesome. I am in the process of setting up and recording Daryl Morey from the general manager of the Houston Rockets is going to be coming on. And then I've got a couple others that I won't say right now, but they're very big and will be super exciting. So that's who's coming up.
20 minutes to go.
20 minutes. Bang, bang, bang.
Look, it's already smoking.
Go.
So there's no going back. This is it.
Let's go.
It has to go, right?
They're going to make the call here in a second. Last thing I'll say is Tiago from Brazil. I saw you saying, what's up? I've never been to Brazil. I'd love to come at some point. Maybe that's where we'll go. Brazil sounds dope. But I saw Tiago in the comments saying that.
Maybe I'll introduce you to some supermodels. I thought you were going to say that's a trap, but you didn't say anything.
No, I have one right here. Why do I need to be introduced to one? I already have one. It would make sense, though, why you would know all of your peers. Got my father-in-law into Bitcoin. Let's go. Do you get anything in your iced coffee? Plain? Sometimes I get milk in it, but as people have found out, I only drink iced coffee. I'm not into the hot coffee stuff. Come on, Pomp. Tell Jay Will to post themselves. That dude don't sell. We used to joke. This is a joke. Do not take this as financial advice, but we used to joke all the time amongst ourselves that real believers don't know how to sell. And people used to die laughing when we tell them that. But that's it.
Okay, so are we?
All right, let's go. Morocco, I've never been. One of my brothers went. He loved it. Maybe I will. I'll go at some point and bring Polina along with me. We got 18 minutes. Joe, let's turn the volume on. Let's see what's up.
15 seconds. Everything continues to be go for an on-time launch. Woo-hoo. So Dan, Jesse, things are looking pretty good. How are they doing over at your stand?
Things are great from about 15 feet away from you, John, and honestly, things are looking pretty great down at the pad there. We're seeing a lot more blue in the sky. Green is the color we want when we're talking about weather, and that's where we're sitting right now. So we're continuing to count down. We are under 18 minutes away from liftoff. Again, it's an instantaneous liftoff it's going to be 12:22 and 45 seconds here on the West Coast, 3:22 and 45 seconds over on the East Coast there in Florida. Just a reminder, it's going to be about a 9-minute ride up to orbit for the Falcon 9 and Bob and Doug on board Dragon. It'll be a 2-stage flight. So we'll see the first stage fly until we hear MECO, or main engine cutoff, about 2.5 minutes into flight. After that, the second stage will take over and continue to power them the rest of the way. Second engine cutoff comes in just under 9 minutes at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Following that second stage completing its job, it'll continue to coast for about 3 minutes. It'll do a slight attitude adjustment and null out any rate, so make sure it's not in any kind of a spin before they do separation. So that's when the Dragon spacecraft will physically separate from the Falcon 9 vehicle, and Bob and Doug will be flying free.
How long are we going to be able
It's
to see
about
them?
a 19-hour ride if we launch today on time. So that means Bob and Doug will get on orbit. They'll have a number of burns, or those firings of those Draco thrusters that they'll do over
Stage 2 LOX load started.
We hear the LOX. The liquid
nervous,
oxygen
get
load has
nervous.
now started on stage 2. But again, they're going to be doing a series of burns on the way uphill towards the International Space Station 5, spread out over the first 16 hours or so of their flight until they get much
Danielle,
closer.
I'm trying to get
and it's
Danielle on the
time,
podcast. I haven't talked
for
to her
that
yet.
approach and
I see
docking.
you guys asking.
And we are
Danielle
expecting that
DiMartino Booth.
with an
I'm trying
on-time
to get her.
launch to happen
It'd be
today.
awesome.
That'll be coming tomorrow in the afternoon.
This is so dope.
It's making me nervous.
All right, now that we're
15
under
minutes, baby.
16 minutes away, we have a special guest joining us. I'm going to toss it over to Jesse.
Who do we have joining us?
We are T-minus 15 minutes and 45 seconds from liftoff of our second demonstration mission today, and we have the honor of having SpaceX's President and COO, Gwen Shotwell, join us. Thanks, Gwen, for coming out and taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Thanks, Jesse.
We know you've been on console. How's the countdown been going so far in there?
Countdown is clean today, just like it was Wednesday. We did clear the weather hurdles sooner than we did on Wednesday. And the only thing we're watching right now is downrange weather and lightning at the staging location.
Of course.
But we will clear that hurdle at T-minus 7 minutes.
Awesome. Great. Very exciting. Now I'm going to throw it back to 2012 because you were on console for Dragon when it was first making its way to the space station. How does that experience compare to today?
Stage 2 LOX is on the DPUs
So
and
I
Boeing's
was
tracking
nervous
envelope.
then. I stopped getting nervous for launches. Today I'm nervous again. Super nervous. Stomach and throat.
Understandable.
No, it's a fantastic day today. I'm really excited. The team is pulled together. It's such a professional operation. And when I say team, by the way, I mean SpaceX and NASA. These folks have been working incredibly hard and have done a fantastic job.
Yes, and we are all so excited. And we know that you have to get back inside of mission control, but is there anything that you wanted to say before liftoff to NASA and SpaceX?
Well, I want to thank NASA, of course, for their generosity and their help with getting to this place. I want to thank all the SpaceXers who have come together to make this moment in history. And I want to thank Elon for hiring me.
We thank Elon for hiring you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to mission control. And good luck with launch today.
Thanks, Jesse. And God.
Guys, I have a really weird confession. When I get really nervous or before something big, I start yawning. And I looked it up one time. Like if I'm super nervous, I looked it up. It's because like your body needs more oxygen or something. I don't know. Let me know if anybody else has that.
Listen, we're 13 and a half minutes out from this thing. This is crazy. Look at these guys. They're just sitting in there, locked and loaded. Absolutely nuts to think about this, that they're about to get just ejected into space at incredible speeds. First two humans from American soil since 2011, almost 10 years. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Scary, nerve-wracking, but it's nuts to hear Gwen Shotwell, who is the CEO and president of SpaceX, say that she's nervous. She never gets nervous anymore, she said, but now she's nervous.
I usually drink when I get nervous. Need to get a beer. I hear you, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. It's all right, man. Just drink a couple Bud Lights. Be hydrated. Got to.
See, the yawning is a thing. I told you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me text my dad
Why?
to tell him to. Oh, I can just do it on my computer.
Yeah. So this whole thing's pretty crazy. I appreciate you guys all watching. Don't forget, if you smash the little thumbs up, the like button on the YouTube video, more people can watch it. So we got about 10 minutes to get some people. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. And then make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. This year, I've actually been shocked. The YouTube channel has grown from like nothing to, I think we've now got 70,000 subscribers. So we're going to try to get to 100,000 over the summer. But go ahead and subscribe so you get notifications for all the videos and stuff that we're doing.
So cool.
We'll also leave in the description. We'll put a link. We've got a Reddit page that got started. We've been posting a bunch of stuff there, and I've been doing AMAs and stuff. So if you want, you can go to Reddit and leave some questions, and I do my best to kind of go in there once a week and answer those. No, Polina did not just text me, learn female nature. She did not. Trust me, if she wanted to tell me something, she would just pinch me or punch me.
You don't get the joke. It's okay.
What? I don't understand. Yawning is a reflex correction of the diaphragm.
Interesting.
Didn't know that. Yeah. But yes, by the way, exactly why the channel has grown is because of the interviews in Planet. It has legitimately, I mean this seriously, has nothing to do with anything I've said on there. Because I would have negative subscribers if people were just there to listen to me. Polina runs the show. Polina basically runs my life. Except for when I don't want to do things, then we get in a little,
like a child.
Yeah, it's all right. That's the whole key, ladies and gentlemen, to a happy relationship is simply say yes, except for if you really need to draw a line in the sand every once in a while.
When have you drawn a line in the sand?
That was bait. I'm not taking it. She ain't getting me today. Nope.
Nope. Oh no, yawning is a sign of early Alzheimer's? Are you serious? I need to look this up. I need to look that up.
I don't know. That same person just said you texted your side piece. So I wouldn't take anything that Berg 214 says seriously. Don't worry. Yeah, Neil, that's the whole secret. The whole secret to making the interviews good is to ask open-ended questions and then not interrupt the people. I have no clue why people who do interviews interrupt the guest. It's so annoying. And I try really, really hard not to do that. Hopefully that comes through in the videos. Let's see. I have created, an AI video deep search engine for your YouTube content. How can I get in touch with you or your team? Srinivas, just DM me on Twitter. If you DM me and tell me, again. I will respond there. How to get the wife to say yes? It's easy. Listen, all you have to do in a negotiation is show them why it's their idea and why it's so good. Like when I wanted Domino's today, I said, but aren't you hungry? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, I'll get food so that you don't have to waste any time. And then Domino's showed up. It was perfect. I mean, I'm just being honest. Thanks for doing this. It's taught me popping pedestrians out my window wearing oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, please be kind to everyone. Obviously, there's a lot of pain going on at the moment, and a lot of it rightfully so. But I'm generally not a proponent of violence, only as a last resort. So just be nice to people. But we'll see there. Polina yawning is triggering hundreds of other people to yawn. Such power. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. We're going to turn the volume back on at 5 minutes to the countdown.
Oh, somebody else is going to have Domino's later.
Yeah, Domino's is dope. Domino's should sponsor me. I would be a great spokesperson for Domino's and Bud Light. People could just literally say, hey, look at that guy. That guy's got a horrible diet on Saturdays.
Question. Why is the astronaut wiggling his fingers so long? I have no idea.
Yeah,
he's just like...
They're probably nervous. I mean, what else can he do? He can't bite his nails, can't scratch his face, can't do anything.
Yawn.
So, yeah, so I guess just move your fingers around. So we'll see.
Why are these astronauts not wearing face masks, Paulina? They do have face masks.
Yeah. What changed your life the most? Last question we're answering, then we're turning the volume back on. Somebody said, what changed your life the most?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Am I talking to somebody else?
Meeting you.
What changed your life the most?
What do you mean? Leaving my job and starting my own business.
I would agree with that. Are you happy that you did it?
Yeah.
What's the one thing you learned?
So far?
Yeah.
Consistency equals trust. You know, if you keep doing it every week and give people what they want, they will trust you.
Yeah, that's true.
What changed your life the most?
War. When I went to Iraq, spent a year looking at death, destruction, all kinds of bullshit. Oh, kid show, sorry. But that was definitely the thing that changed my life the most. And the lesson was just like, hey, we're all going to die one day. Like, go live life to the fullest, have fun. Don't take anything too seriously. Move on. It's all good.
That outshadows.
For those that are asking, you obviously weren't here in the beginning of the conversation. Astronauts poop is saved until they get back down to Earth, but astronaut pee is vented out into space. We did a whole bunch of research earlier on the live stream. We came to the conclusion. We found the results. Hard-hitting journalism going on here on this live stream. We found the poop is saved and the pee is thrown out for the aliens.
For the aliens?
The aliens are floating around with pee, with human pee. Where does it's like a dog. It's like a dog when they pee somewhere to establish their territory. Humans are just spraying their pee all over space to make sure that they know this is our spot. This is our land.
Did you go to Abu Dhabi? I guess met you.
I did not go through Abu Dhabi. I went through Kuwait.
Wait, is Abu Dhabi just another like training ground? No. Oh.
Through Kuwait. All right, let's turn the volume back on, Joe. 5.5 minutes, baby. Good luck
the tank
to these
skins
guys.
are chilled by the densified liquid oxygen, picking up the humidity from the Florida air.
Chris Brown, I hear you, man.
It looks like at this moment we're a little more than 90% full on the oxidizer on the first stage, ticking up towards that 80% mark on the second stage. We'll be counting down all the way till about 2 or 3 minutes, as John and I just said, until everything is loaded in Falcon 9.
Heaters closing out.
And then we will be go for launch.
Dragon has transitioned to configure for terminal count. Vehicle tanks pressing for strongback retract.
We're pressurizing the Falcon 9 tanks. We're going to open the clamp arm around the second stage and begin to retract the strongback. We'll move back about 2 degrees.
4.5 minutes.
That'll get us to the liftoff position. At liftoff, the strongback will then recline about 45 degrees away.
Started. Stage 2, RP1 bleed.
Launch director called out the strongback retract has started. On the left, you'll see it go back just a couple of degrees.
Stage 1, RP1 bleed.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not showing Elon. I don't know where he is. He's got to be a whole bag of emotion.
Just 4 minutes away from liftoff. Again, at this moment, Bob and Doug are really just laser focused on those displays.
Elon just
insight
5
directly
minutes
into Dragon and the Falcon 9. They're able to see where their fuel loading is at, how everything's progressing down with the count.
AFTS final setup started.
Three and a half minutes from launch.
And the strongback is now reclining away from the Falcon 9.
This is about to be awesome.
Hi, Alyssa. Say hi to Alyssa.
Oh, my 3-year-old, Alyssa, what's up? You better watch space.
MVAC igniter purges.
My brother's on the way. He's trying to get here real quick before the rocket takes off.
Dragon has transitioned to terminal count and is on internal power.
You guys ain't ready for my youngest
Stage 1,
brother.
LOX load close out.
He's too wild. He would be a
Okay,
star.
we're at T-minus 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1 LOX load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or so. Once we get the completion of stage 2 LOX loading, we have to vent down the line, so you'll see another large white cloud coming off of the strongback. That'll be normal. That'll happen around
transitioning to
T-minus
internal power.
1 minute and 40 seconds. We're going on internal power now.
Just a few seconds away from the stage 2 LOX load being complete. It's been almost 9 years since we've been in this position. A lot of work done by thousands of people to get to this point.
Get
All
money,
our eyes
get
focused
paid.
on
Let's
two
go.
now.
2 minutes.
Hi, Kara. And Deb.
Stage 2 LOX load is closed out. Propellant fills are complete.
Let's go.
Dragon is in auto idle.
Stage 2 LOX load complete. All fuel, all oxidizer on Falcon 9. 1 minute, 34 seconds to go till launch.
90 seconds.
Ground gas closeouts is starting.
That is wild, huh?
Come on, man.
Oh, he's stretching his fingers again. Oh my god, this is terrifying, but also great.
Nerve-wracking right now. Jeez. 60 seconds.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Dragon is in countdown. FTS is armed for launch.
Under a minute now, the FTS, the flight termination system, has been armed.
I can't get up it.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Oh my god. This is like New Year's.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds.
15.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America has launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 30 seconds into this historic mission. Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9, and look at them go.
Falcon power telemetry nominal.
M1D throttle down.
We're throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket. Reports say all systems are go.
Bang, bang. Let's go.
We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9.
M1D throttle up.
They're like perfect.
We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy 1 Bravo.
And we heard that 1 Bravo
Yeah.
call out. That's
Flying.
just the second aboard zone that they're
1,800
in. They'll continue to be
1,800
on this
kilometers an
until
hour.
the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per
2,500
hour.
kilometers per hour.
We've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event coming up
3,500
is going to be the triple.
kilometers per
We'll have
hour.
main engine cutoff of the 9 first stage engines, stage separation, and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit.
4,500 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
5,500 kilometers
We
an
heard
hour.
we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage.
Throttling down.
6,500.
And we have Miko.
Rico.
2 Alpha.
Falcon stage separation confirmed.
Bang, bang.
Copy 2 Alpha.
MVAC ignition.
All right, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now
Acquisition of signal.
carrying
My brother's
Bob
here.
and
You
Doug
don't want to come on
into
camera.
orbit.
He's scared.
So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage
stage,
2 propulsion is nominal.
which will cut off at SECO, or second engine cut off at about 8 minutes and 44 seconds into today's flight. So a little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the
7,000
longest
kilometers an
abort
hour.
zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard, almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
They're super calm. Their heart rates are super down.
Hey, by the way, y'all see that round Earth? That ain't a flat Earth. You see that round Earth?
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory. Acquisition of signal in Bermuda.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
They might have pooped their pants. We don't know.
What?
All right, here in nominal trajectory, so Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda. That's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
1,000 kilometers an hour. They are flying, literally and figuratively. Yeah, Bitcoin will move.
Oh, are they? They're not. Are they? I don't know how it works. So how are they now getting to the ISS?
Like people saying it's fake. I mean, if this doesn't make you
4
bullish
minutes,
on
40
innovation,
seconds into the
technology,
flight.
and science, I don't know
Bob
what
and Doug
will.
flying at more than
9,000 kilometers
5,600
per hour.
miles
We
Dragon
just
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Already almost 200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
Just so bullish. Technology and science.
Are you gonna cry?
And while they
I'm not
continue
gonna cry.
uphill, looks like we are getting a view
But
of the
like-
first stage as well.
Yeah.
On
10,000
your right
kilometers.
screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You today. And we're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine
Dragon
burn.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
And you heard
Nominal
Starting
trajectory.
chill for entry burn.
there's that call out. They are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon, still on second stage, and that's that MVAC engine on second stage on your left screen.
12,000 kilometers per hour.
Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out SECO. It'll then be a little
Stage 2
under, or a
propulsion
little
is still
over,
good.
a little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
15,000 kilometers.
Dragon Tappies nominal trajectory.
Continuing to check in with Bob and Doug as they are on a nominal trajectory. Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage, starting that entry burn on your right screen. We should be able to see that view live.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Don't forget, this is a private
And there
company.
is that entry
This
burn
is a
beginning.
private company.
Teamed up with the government.
This burn
Private
lasts about
company
36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Well, that entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from SECO. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll
Copy,
be the
shutdown.
second engine cutoff.
Stage 1
We'll be
entry burn,
looking for
shutdown.
that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
Yeah, actually, just within a few seconds of each other. It's such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon. Right now, you can see the displays that they are seeing right now themselves.
Terminal guidance.
MVAC throttle step.
Oh, I feel like I'm in space.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second engine cutoff.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about
Stage 1 entry
1.8.
transonic.
Copy, Shannon.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it would either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1
engine
landing
cutoff
startup.
confirmation.
MVAC throttle step. MVAC shutdown. Stage 1 landing layer.
Oh my God.
Confirmation of SECO's second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Standing it back.
Did
Launch
get
escape system
confirmation
is disarmed.
nominal
Dragon
orbital
copy.
insertion.
Nominal
Stage
orbital
1 landing leg
insertion.
deploy.
And what you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage is successfully landed.
And
aboard
there you
full
can see
cycle
on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry
Acquisition of signal
humans to
Newfoundland.
orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
M1D to recovery 1.
So exciting today.
M1D.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
Astronaut
All right, we did hear again that call out, good orbital insertion, so that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
M1D to FRC on recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes
This is FRC.
when
Can you-
Dragon
Oh,
will
look at
separate.
Wait,
Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
He's trying to grab the dinosaur.
And before separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using some cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur in about a minute from
the
now.
dinosaur
But
is the 0G indicator.
they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate.
Yeah, but like it shows that.
Yeah, it's basically they're proving that there's no gravity.
Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now.
I love the sparkly
Bob and Doug
jets.
on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon.
Oh, it's a
out in
dragon that
space.
he has.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 2,700 meters, 27,000 meters per second.
Yeah,
About
look, buddy, we made it.
16,000
I love
miles per
that.
hour. So again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly. Then they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
All right, here we go.
It sounds like we had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations. Waiting for confirmation now of that
Dragon separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you
Countdown
of
one is
Dragon
emerging.
separating.
Separation confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
Bang, 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 bang.
Dragon SpaceX.
Elon Musk is doing the crip walk right now. That dude is hype.
Falcon 19.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
That's it.
Thanks, Bala. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride to space.
Copy all.
Oh, and like,
work here.
proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
Copy all. Good luck. Godspeed.
It would be awesome if the astronaut took off his helmet and it was Elon.
All right,
Bang,
so Bob
bang.
and Doug are in
Long
space.
technology, long science, long Bitcoin.
Activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Copy all. We're monitoring.
The Corps here in Hawthorne giving the crew a heads up that we have confirmation the nose cone is deploying. So again, that nose cone is going to open up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees. And that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station. And also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters, that are going to be used for these major phase burns or firings of those thrusters to actually raise their orbit gradually over the coming hours. Also heard good activation of the ECLSS, that's the Environmental Control and Life Support System. That's everything controlling their atmosphere, just keeping Dragon a nice, safe, habitable environment where they're going to be living for the next 19 hours until they arrive at the space station.
Right, exactly. And Falcon 9's job may be done for today, but the mission is not over. Crew Dragon's job is not done. As you can see, Bob and Doug are still inside Crew Dragon, making their way. It will be a 19-hour trip to the International Space Station before they dock tomorrow morning. And such cool views. I love that we can get these live views here and
Joe,
see and watch what they're doing
quick.
now that they are in orbit.
All right, guys, bang, bang. This is my youngest brother, John. It's his birthday on Monday. We're about to go celebrate his birthday. He's by far the best behaved out of all of us, obviously. How old are you turning?
24.
24, single, ready to mingle. Any
NYC.
ladies out there? In NYC.
NYC.
All right, that's it. I think that's going to be it for us, guys. Absolutely incredible. For 20 years, since 2002, 18 years. Happy birthday, John. That's right. Tell him happy birthday in the comments. He's hype right now. For 18 years, Elon's been working, him and the team, to put those 2 people into space. It's crazy what you can do with a little bit of determination, persistence, and innovation. Absolutely nuts.
Cool. I'm not yawning anymore, so I'm not that nervous.
I mean, just incredible.
Oh, thank you. Not for me.
Yeah, for me.
Thank you.
John, you want to shotgun them?
No.
All right, we're not going to shotgun beers. That's fine. We're going to go celebrate John's birthday. I appreciate you guys all watching. Hit the like button so that more people can see the video when we get done. Leave your comments. We'll do our best to go back and read them. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yes, he's got Bitcoin. Hey, come here. They want to know if you got Bitcoin.
I do have Bitcoin.
Come over here. Come over here. He says he does have Bitcoin. He bought some Bitcoin recently. He was the last one to convert, but he's got Bitcoin now. He feels ready, prepared to rock and roll.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming today.
Later, guys.